Hello everyone. Today we're going to make a white hunter stew. This is just like a chicken cacciatore, but instead of a red sauce, we're going to be making it with a white sauce. And let's just go over the ingredients real quick. For the vegetables, we've got one red bell pepper, one green bell pepper. I've got one pack of sliced mushrooms, but if that's not enough or I need to fill it up, I've got another one for backup. I got two small onions, or if you had one large onion, that would be fine, but I didn't have any big ones, so I'm going to use two. We're going to use an assortment of chicken thighs and chicken legs. Probably not going to use all of it. I'm just going to brown it up and see how much it starts filling up the 5-quart slow cooker. Also for the sauce, we're going to have one cream of chicken, one cream of mushroom, about a cup of white wine, and about a half a jar of capers, including a couple tablespoons of the brine that's in there too. A couple squeezes of minced garlic, and a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper. So there you go. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to get these out and get these browning up. I've got this on medium-high heat already, and it's good and hot. I am going to need two hands to do that, or at least get it ready. I'll be right back for the first step. Alright, so put a little oil in the pan and brown them up just a little bit. You don't want to burn them. Just get a little color on them, so they don't look like they were boiled in the slow cooker. And then flip them over and cook them on the other side and brown that side too. And like I said, once that's browned up, what we're going to do is transfer it to the slow cooker and start the next batch. Once it's all in there, I'll get ready with the next step. Okay, so while the chicken was frying, I cracked some fresh cracked pepper on it. Now I've got it all in there. I used most of it, but I think it's going to fill up a little bit much with the vegetables. But right now, there's a lot of extra grease in here from the chicken, so I'm going to pour that off. And then deglaze the pan with the wine. That was about half that. You don't want to use the whole cup, otherwise it'll cool off the pan a little too fast, and the pan won't deglaze properly. So there's the rest of that. I'm just going to let that come to boil a little bit and just reduce just a little bit. Meanwhile, we can go ahead and throw the vegetables in. Start with the mushrooms. And the rest. I'm going to top that off with the rest of those mushrooms. I don't want that skin in there. I'm going to see how much more mushrooms I can fit in there. Can't have enough mushrooms in a dish like this. And I'm also going to pour the 2 cans of sauce on top. And I'll be right back for that step. I got to get those cans open first. So since this is pretty full, this is going to be pretty hard to stir. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the undiluted chicken soup and mushroom soup in a bowl. We're going to take the wine from the deglazing, and we're going to mix this up. I gotta probably get a whisk, or at least use another hand on there, and we're going to mix this up thoroughly first. Pour it over the top, set it on low for 4.5 hours. and covered for 4.5 hours, and we'll be back maybe midway, see what it looks like, and then at the end. And that's it for now. Alright, and right before you pour the sauce on top, take a couple sprigs of fresh thyme. If you don't have fresh thyme, you can certainly use a couple dashes of dried thyme. And then just pour that over the top. I'm going to get a rubber spatula and clean that out completely, so I don't waste any of that. And what we're going to do is cover that up again, like I said, on low for 4.5 hours, and we'll be back to check on it then. Okay, well, I adjusted my cooking time just a little bit. The recipe that I was originally using was a 3-quart. This is a pretty full 5-quart with a lot of chicken in there. So the last hour I turned it up to high, and otherwise you could go 6 hours, 7 hours on low, but I really want this to be ready by dinner time, so I turned it up so it would go a little bit faster. Here's the capers and the juice from the capers, about half a jar. Mix them in. Oh, and you could have put the garlic in with the vegetables. I actually practically forgot. So I'm putting in the garlic now, but you could have put that in sooner with the vegetables. Probably would have been a better idea. So it looks pretty good, so I'm just going to let that go about 20 more minutes. I already prepared some steamed rice. I'm going to get that ready, put it on some rice. You could also put this on pasta, noodles, egg noodles, whatever you like. But I chose rice. I'm going to fluff it up with a little butter and a little bit of fresh chopped parsley. So I'll be back to put it together in about 20 minutes. Alright, so there it is on the bed of rice, all plated up, garnished with a couple sprigs of thyme, fresh thyme. And like I said, it turns out really good. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you give it a try. Thanks for watching.